the time is right for us, the time is right for Harlem. Charlie believes he's ready, so I've got to put my trust in the fighter.
Okay, thank you, Nissa. Let's hear from the managers of both fighters here on the table this afternoon. This bit might be quite fun, as it normally is when Mr. Sam Jones is in town. Sam, I could hear a few murmurs from this side of the room when Nissa was speaking there. What are your thoughts on this fight for your man at this stage of his career?
Lost 2 times in a row, what Nissa said. I think he needs to check box rank again.
I said if he loses to Harlem, he'll lose 2 times in a row.
Losses. I think he said a couple of losses. If he didn't, my apologies, Nissa.
It's okay.
I didn't get a driver here, by the way, everybody. I walked over from the hotel up the road.
Humble.
Yes. Before we go any further, Frank, whose side are you on?
Don't start on me, Sam.
Can you please answer the question, Frank? It's very important.
I'm on the side of making great fights. You know obviously my dynamic in these fights.
Sam, you need to earn that badge that you're wearing. You haven't earned that.
Jamie Ward just said it's the B side. I'm happy to be the B-Tech Sheriff today. Nissa's over there, the Timu, Calais Island. And,
Deputy Marshal, not Sheriff.
Yeah, correct. I'm happy with being the B-Tech Sheriff, but there's no Sheriff arrived on that side of the table to look after you today. So I'm going to step in today.
What does that make
and be the Sheriff at this table.
Why have you worn a badge?
What has he got on? I just noticed.
It's fine. What do you make of this, Harlem? Just quickly.
I wasn't finished then. I was just saying. By the way, this is a fantastic fight.
I'm just asking him why has he worn a badge? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It makes a lot of sense to me because again, there has to be some kind of sheriff, and I'm happy to be the deputy sheriff because again,
you're not the deputy sheriff. You haven't earned that position.
The deputy sheriff, I have earned that position. He's not here today for you. I'm really disappointed. No one's managed to get Senior here. I was really looking forward to meeting.
Senior,
but we're gonna have to make do. We're gonna have to make do with what's on your table.
He's a national treasure. He's not here to debate promoters.
I came in peace. I came in peace today. I came in real peace. But again, I feel just a side full of not disbelief. If I'm honest with you, that the colours not.
Asking what is the badge about because everyone's trying to figure it out.
We love the badge. We love the badge.
You haven't earned it.
I have. Amazon gave it to me. Thank you.
Okay.
Send it back.
Okay. Sam, let's talk about the fight.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here to talk about today. Look, Jack, as Nissa was saying, fell short against Arnold Barboza Jr. last time out, moves up here to 147. Why does he beat Harlem Eubank in your opinion?
Listen, first of all, it really is a brilliant fight, and what I was saying the other day is we want to give people fights that the British public care about, and the British public will care about this fight. It's a domestic fight. They're the best fighters. And credit before Harlem started chirping up there. Credit to Harlem for taking the fight because it's a big step up for him. It's a monumental step up for him. I don't believe he's going to be ready for the task. I think it's going to be all too much for him. But I respect him nonetheless. They both, Jack as well, Jack and Harlem both have a responsibility to make this a good fight because we don't want to see someone burgle a win listen, Harlem's just watched his cousin take part in one of the best fights I have ever seen. So he's under immense pressure as well. Of course Jack is because he's fought at the higher level, but they both have a responsibility to the British public to give them a cracker of a fight, and that is what's going to happen. I'm certain of it.
Okay, well let's throw it down to the opposing management team. Down here, Jamie Conlon, here with us this afternoon. Jamie, when this fight was put on the table, what excited you and what excited Harlem most, do you think?
First and foremost, it's good to be here. I had a dentist appointment booked for today to get a tooth extraction, but now I get to see Sam Jones in a Monaco in a sheriff's badge, so brilliant day. But the fate, it's been a fate Harlem's actually been asking for a while. Jack has been to the top. It's a massive opportunity to test himself. I think it's the hardest fight you could pick in the division, in Britain especially. He's stylistically something that's unique to Harlem. Southpaw puncher with both hands, moves, doesn't come, but I think has a lot of pressure on the line for Jack because he's coming off a big loss to Barboza. Back-to-back losses are hard on the career, but it's a fantastic fight. I think that's where you'll see the best Jack Catterall and we'll see the best Harlem Eubank. Massive opportunity for Harlem to really get into the world stage, to put his name in the big lights and put his name into the big fights. Momentum on his side, Brighton really building something, especially with Channel 5 and Wasserman. I agree with Sam. I think it's a fantastic fight, fantastic clash of styles, and a fantastic where they are in the trajectory of their career.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. Let's hear from the training teams, and another Jamie down there at the end of the table, Mr. Jamie Moore. Jamie, they say in this game it's how you come back from defeat that defines you. I just wonder, in terms of what you've seen in the gym, behind the scenes, the mindset of this man Jack Catterall since that fight with Barboza, what have you seen to believe that he can get back on track and do it with style on July 5th?
I've said this loads of times about Jack. His work ethic and his commitment to the sport is like something I've never seen. And as you would expect, after your first loss, he had a good rest. He needed a good rest because that was the most active he'd been for years at a very high level. And two of those camps was extended, which meant that there was longer than you would want. So there was a little bit of fatigue then. I feel like the rest has done him the world of good because he's come back in the gym, he's back sparring, and after the first couple of weeks, his timing and his sharpness was like I've never seen it before. So you can see the rest has done him good, and his attitude has always been bulletproof in terms of you've never been able to sort of dissuade him or sidetrack him. He's always been that one-track mind type of fighter. It's like I've never seen it now because he's had that little setback and he wants to prove himself. So this is, like as Sam was saying, it's not an easy fight, but at 31 years old, coming into his peak years, he doesn't want to be looking backwards and getting an easier fight. People have questioned whether Harlem is going to be able to take this step up, but at some point in your career, you have to take that step up, and you either sink or swim. And it doesn't matter whether he's world class or not, as far as I'm concerned, because my belief is in Jack Catterall. So if he is a world class fighter, then fair play to him. But in my opinion, Jack Catterall will still beat him because he's too good.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. Let's hear from Charlie B. Charlie, trainer, of course, of Harlem Eubank. Good to see you, Charlie, once again. It's been a little while, but in terms of this fight, in terms of that word potential, what do you believe this man has in the locker that we're about to see on July 5th?
How you doing, everyone? First, if you don't mind, just like to, on all of us, send my thoughts and prayers to all the people of Liverpool. The tragic event happened yesterday. This fight, this is a great fight for Harlem. Both of these young men, I think, should be commended for the way that they conduct themselves in and out of the ring. I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. I just believe Harlem's got the speed, the power, the tenacity to beat Jack Catterall.
Okay, well, let's hear from both sides of the main event then.